Greetings, fellow cultists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Cult of the Lamb, Episode 3, Faithful and Feasting. You guys want some work and worship? Let's go do it. So, crown. New doctrine. Work and worship. What makes a virtuous follower? So I'll read them off, but here is the vote choice. So we can either pick Faithful trait. All cult members will gain the Faithful trait, which means they generate devotion faster. Devotion is what gives you the technological unlocks. I also get that, like, some of my overlay here, I can hide myself. But some of my overlay is covering up the text. But we have Industrial trait. All cult members will gain Industrious trait, which increases work speed by 15%. So basically, do they pray better or do they work better? One or the other. And it looks... I'm going to call this one a little early. It looks pretty well decided that we're going to go with Faithful. So a little bit of a spoiler. So if you don't want spoilers, don't listen for like 5 seconds. You do, once you kind of like beat the game, you can continue and you start to get the other choice on the other side of that card. But you're not going to get those choices until like the game is done. So you're making semi-permanent decisions here. So here we go, new doctrine. Faithful. Awesome. So now each and every follower will gain that trait for themselves. And let's go run the ritual. Gonna run the bonfire ritual. Also, another poll up top. What do we do next? Crusade, quest, which would be build a farm. Improvements for the cult, which would still be probably farm. Increase cult loyalty and faith, or farm a needed resource. Level 2 weapons, here we go. So the starting level weapon will be higher level. Generally speaking, when you're... It's not always true, but generally speaking, when you're given a choice of a new weapon or curse when you're on a crusade, it will be one level higher than the one you're holding. Sometimes it will be the same level. So if you start at like a level 2 weapon, you're way more likely to get, you know, your next upgrade will be like a level 3, and so on and so forth. So it helps out a lot. Indoctrinating followers is well and good, but there's so much more you can take from them. Give them gifts, complete quests, and perform blessings for them, and you will increase their loyalty to you. Once they are totally loyal to you, they will give you everything they own. Watch as I show you. You, follower, come back in here. So, Ratau just gave him a gift to increase his loyalty. So let me read this. Increase a follower's loyalty to level them up, and they will reward you with devotion and a commandment stone fragment. Each time a follower levels up, they generate additional devotion when at a sermon or worshipping at a shrine. So be sure to cultivate their loyalty. To increase their loyalty, you can give a follower a blessing once a day when you interact with them. You can also give them gifts, complete quests for them, perform sermons, and many other actions. The more followers you have, the stronger you'll become. I have much more to teach you, but I am old and grow weary. Visit me at my home and I will show you how to harness the true power of the Red Crown. So he lives here in the Lonely Shack. So now I have tons and tons of quests. But I could teleport to the Lonely Shack. So let me stop tracking all the quests, because I know they're overlapping the interface here. Also, 2 of the beds broke. Those people need to sleep a bit, like, easier. And build improvements to the cult. Got it. So currently, I'm going to build a farm. So building a farm is also what it's Candy, I believe, gave me as a quest, so I might as well track that to fulfill it. So build a farm plot, plant crops, water crops. Pretty straightforward. And then for me to actually do a farmer station, I need wood. These big trees take a while to cut down. I'm gonna see if there's any... No, there might not be any smaller trees on this map anymore. The other thing I could do is tell my workers to cut down trees. But here's the read mind thing that I had a quest for. So here's me reading the mind of Black Swamp. So Black Swamp is sickly, a natural skeptic, and loses faith when falling ill, but now is faithful. So he generates devotion faster because we voted that as a doctrine. So what I want to do is I want to have like the best people that, because there's only a finite amount of slots at the totem, the people that generate faith the fastest be the ones to pray. There we go. 3 little berry plots, and I can return that quest to Scandia. You honor me, great leader. I'm eternally grateful. And then I can also give a blessing. And you can give every single follower that you have a blessing once a day. So it's not just like one blessing per day, but as many blessings as you want. And you can also bless groups, which is even more efficient. So one way to do that, for instance, is to queue up like a construction project, which takes, and then as the group gathers around to do that construction project, you bless them, at the same time. Bang for your buck. If you're on mobile and you want to be a member of the cult, you can probably actually just not use the mobile app and instead just go straight to Twitch on a web browser. It might not work, I don't know, but that might be a good workaround. Also looks like Primus has a quest for me. Alright, what do you want? Wants me to have him eat grass. Okay, that's easy enough. He's just saying, hey, when times are tough, we can just cook the grass. Primus? Primus? Yep. Go eat your grass. I don't want anyone else to eat it. You honor me, great leader? I'm eternally grateful. And commandment stone time. Boom. Also bless them as well. So I should, at some point, try to figure out who I want to be my farmer. To give them the speed. So you're harder to level up. So Lord Gander, I'm going to have you be the farmer. Once I have a farming station. People that are harder to level up means that they're not good at praying, because you gain more divine inspiration the higher level they are. So your cultists that are easy to level up make for very good pray people, parishioners. I don't know, whatever. Flock. They make good flock. Why do you get the faster faith generation perk? Because of the doctrine that we have. Everyone has that perk. But the thing is, everyone has that perk, but like Primus has it doubly. So if we take a look at Primus, for instance, he generates devotion 15% faster and twice over. Because it's a cult trait and a follower trait. So Primus, you should worship. Primus is a great worshiper because he also levels up easier. And there we go, divine inspiration. So at this point, I can start unlocking things. And having played before, I kind of know what's most important. So here's a scarecrow, which keeps birds from eating your seeds. And I guess if we're building a farm, I will do that. It's not actually the favorite unlock that I have access to right now, but it's the one I'm going to pick because role-playing. Because you want me to build a farm. So I do also have the resources for the farm, so let's do that. So you can see the little blue square around the farm. That's the plots that it can tend to. So the farm has a limited range. You can put down farm plots anywhere you want. You just have to tend to them yourself. So in building this farm plot, it will have the person working at this farm plot automatically water the crops. And eventually they can even harvest and plant for you as well. But that requires higher tech. So I think I said, Lord Gander, I want you to be my farmer. So you, I'm going to give the flower necklace to, increasing your movement speed. Also, this little, like, star above his head means that he's been inspired for the day, or blessed for the day. And you, we'll tend farms as soon as I have farms to be tended to. So let's also get a seed silo. The seed silo allows them to plant seeds. The seed silo does not need, however, to be within the range of the farm plot. So you can put the seed silo off to the side. It should be close to the farm so they don't have to run like crazy to actually fetch seeds, but it doesn't need to be adjacent. And I just spent the last of my grass putting down plots. So now, if I put a seed down, Lord Gander... No, that's not Lord Gander. Lord Gander will water it for me. And then he's going out to poop in the woods. One of the ways to increase follower loyalty very effectively is to have them eat things that are tasty. So that is a very good bang for your buck thing to get to later on. There are certain recipes that you'll gain access to that make it very easy to keep your followers loyal. Primus, God, what is it? You have to talk to me like every 5 minutes. This is ridiculous. You want me to clean up? Well, stop pooping out in the woods. This is actually the sort of extended tutorial quest, so easy enough to do. And also, he levels up faster, so. No, we just got in an argument with Black Swamp. Yes, I did do it. You're welcome. Bob, I'm gonna wake you up. It'll piss you off, but then I'm gonna bless you. I didn't bless you today. So Bob does not work quickly either, which is not good for a someone who's praying, but I have 6 spots, so I can have a lot of people praying. I'm just gonna tend the farms myself, so I'm gonna want the berry bushes soon. Alright, so cult poll, what to do next? There's really not, actually, I'm gonna take that down. There's really not much for me to do other than go on another crusade, I think. But what I could do is I can wait for the new day and give a sermon. So in the meantime, maybe work on removing some of the stone around. Sorry about the fake pole. As you can see, I'm hitting the low-hanging fruit. I'm going to have my followers deal with the giant rocks. They take a very long time to clear. The idea is that your followers clear them while you're crusading, not so much that you do it yourself, because you can see the progress bar here is a bit slow. So, oh wow, I did not. I thought I would hit multiples there. Give them the blessings for the day. Later on, it becomes less important to cater to your followers, where you like micromanage them and bless them every day. But at least in the early game, it's pretty important to gain as many commandment stones and as high level starters as you can to get stronger earlier. So bless, bless, bless. I think I got everyone. Nope, didn't get Madsy. So Madsy, you're harder to level up, so I'm not going to have you pray either. All right. Time for a sermon. Then we're going to go on a crusade. Also, before I leave, it might be good to leave them with some food. And to clean up the last of the poo. And yeah, there are outhouses that you can unlock to make it a little bit easier to clean up poop, because it's not necessarily fun to run around looking for poop all the time. Oh, Twitch chat is deciding my fate. So this is a helper hamper, I think, where you can vote for boons or vote for curses. Oh, and Black Swamp leveled up because you voted for it. So this is actually the last commandment stone that I need. So before we do anything else, let's get a new doctrine. It might actually be on cooldown, but you can decide on the doctrine that I get eventually. Nope, it's not on cooldown. Okay, cool. So Sustenance, Afterlife, Work and Worship, Law and Order, or Possessions. And so far, here is the doctrines that we have. So we have no Afterlife. We have Work and Worship, where we gave up the Industrious to take the Faithful. No Possessions, no Law and Order, and no Sustenance. Primus, do you have more quests for me? Oh no, I interrupted you? Whoops. I also have a Divine Inspiration. So for this Divine Inspiration, I'm going to go with Offering Shrine. In my opinion, it is like one of the most powerful things that you can build. So don't pass this up, because what it allows for your followers to leave you gifts. And if you build a lot of them, you get a lot of freebies. Like, a pretty insane amount. So you guys want Sustenance. Got it. Let me get to that. And the Offering Shrine is a faith object, so I need coin and lumber for that. Got it. Quit pooping in the woods. Tired of cleaning up your crap. Oh, what is it? You think European Bob is of an enemy cult? Do we accept the follow request? Yes or no? So I can either accept the quest to talk to European Bob or decline. Losing faith is not that big of a deal. It's very easy to keep your faith above critical. So declining these quests are really of no consequence, FYI. But it looks like you guys want to accept it anyway. Accepting it does have the benefit of potentially leveling up Lord Gander, or whoever the quest giver is. So here we go. Hello, leader. What a beautiful day in paradise. Might I say, you look extra glorious today. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a spy to me. They're obviously hiding something. You must believe me, leader. So often what will happen is, like, your followers will have random interactions with one another. And in doing so, sometimes they'll form feuds where, like, they want the other one to eat poop, or, like, even literally to murder one another. So they can make requests if you like to that end. So, you know, you're the leader, though. You don't always have to listen. So you guys wanted a Sustenance. All right, so here are the two options. Left, a ritual feast. Perform a ritual, using bones, at your temple to declare a feast, or a fast, rather. Followers will not eat or be hungry for 3 days. And what I can tell about this, and let me hide so you can see the full options. What I can tell you about this is it will hurt faith, but it makes it so you don't have to feed them. And on the right, we have feasting ritual. Unlock the feasting ritual, throw a grand feast, and your followers will refill their hunger and gain faith. Leave a little bit more time to vote. It's a little confusing that it says feast or fast, even though it's fast and then feast. They're like out of order if you ask me, but all right, looks like we're gonna have feasting rituals. Got it. So far, we are faithful in feasting. I understand. So it's a relatively expensive one, bone-wise, to be used if cult members are starving or if our faith is really low. Because, as I said before, bone is sort of a precious resource, so don't waste it. And that specific doctrine, or ritual rather, only fulfills faith. Some rituals fulfill loyalty, which are, in my opinion, a lot stronger because they'll level up your flock. Whereas faith, I'm already at 100% faith, so running that, I would literally have no benefit at the moment. Oh, I think Primus and Madzi might be beefing. Once they finish their argument, I can talk to Primus to see what it was about. So if you're ever curious about that, if you click on them and you read their mind, you can see, bad chat, boring, I must avoid them in the future. So he had a bad chat with Madzi. But here's Lord Gander watering all the crops, and it's time for me to go on a crusade. Oh, after I clean up some poop, because I don't want anyone to get sick. Madzi, how about you, mine stone. So you have one on lumber, one on stone. Oh, Bob, you leveled up. Swank. I'm getting these commandment stones quick. Now, I do believe that there's like a cooldown per day of commandments. Yeah, on cooldown. So this will be done after the crusade. So I have their faith, their food, and their germs more or less covered. I don't even have food to feed them. So let's go ahead and go on a crusade. Or actually, let's go visit Rhadamant, because there's a side quest for that. So here's his lonely shack. I'm gonna steal his berries though. I missed a poo. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, as long as they're not close to critical threshold, it's not much of a problem. I must thank you. By relieving me of my duties, you have granted me what I desire most, peace. Now that I have taught you everything you need to know, I can pass my days playing Knucklebones. I have friends on their way to join me for a game or two as we speak, a rowdy bunch to be sure, but now that I'm retired, I am free to enjoy myself. Also, he has a little shrine here where I can collect divine inspiration points, so I can have another unlock once I get back home. Oh, and I see you. A new follower form. A rat for Ratau. There's a lot of like hidden items in the game. I know of them, so I'm not necessarily going to spoil them, but I saw that one poking out, so I might as well just grab it. You have discovered my humble cottage. Be careful you don't make the same mistakes I did, or you'll end up in a place just like this. Now, perhaps a game of Knucklebones. You don't know it? Why, it's simple. Step up to the table and I will show you. Also, I'm going to take this gift. Acquired a big gift. A gift to raise the loyalty of a follower. And yeah, picking favorites, definitely smart. So here's Knucklebones. Ratau sucks at it, so he's pretty easy to beat. And there's 4 total people that you can play against. So here's how to play. Your score is calculated by adding all of your dice together. You want to match dice. Here, let me go back. Can I skip something? Oh, well, I'll just explain it as we play. So you have 3 columns, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to fill up these columns with the same dice, and once one player's column is full, the game is over. And if like, let's say I had a 1 and I put a 1 down, I could delete his 1. So you're like deleting your opponent's dice, they're trying to delete your dice, and you're trying to get like doubles and triples. Like Yahtzee, maybe, a little bit. And there's a little bit of strategy to it. So for instance, one strategy would be, like in this play right now, it's really easy to beat Ratau, so I don't need to think about it too hard, but in this play, I can either put the 2 down here to try to have like pairs of 3s and pairs of 2s, or I can put the 2 here to delete his 2, putting him back to 1 point, which I'll do, because again, Ratau sucks at this game, so he's easy to beat. So like with another 2, I can put the 2 in the first column so that the value of the 2s multiply together and double. So now this is 2 plus 2 times, or, you know, 2 times, or double the value of the 2s plus the 3. I said that very confusingly. And he sucks. Like, so here we go. We've got, instead of 12, oh, he just deleted my 2s. But instead of 12, we have 24, because it doubled. Wow, he didn't delete my 6s, because again, he's bad at this game. He did delete my 5s, though. So, but then I'm going to get him back with the 4. And I'll delete his 5 as well. I like how he's leaving my 6s alone. That's very kind of him. Another strategy is, like, once your column is full, so like right now, his 6, 2, and 1 is full. So it isn't necessarily a good idea for me to use this one to delete this one, because if I did that, I would give him the option to then counter and get rid of my 3s. So because I already have a run going here, it's best to leave that one alone. And game's over. Because his board's full, and I won. I didn't win by a lot of margin, though. But that's how to play, that's how to play Knucklebones. And he gave me Hearts 2. Gain an extra heart. You can also gamble for coin Knucklebones. And when you're playing Knucklebones, if you're wondering, time does not pass back at your temple. So I'm going to play one more time and do some betting. So I'm going to do a max bet of 10 coin. If you're strapped for coin, there's better ways to get coin than playing Knucklebones, but there is no time passes playing Knucklebones, so it's a good, safe way to gain coin if you really need it. But there's better ways, I assure you, like fishing or going at crusades or getting devotions or something like that. Wow, he could have just had a full row of 5s and chose not to. They really, wow. Honestly, his rolls are like god tier, though. Dear Lord. 5, 5, 5, 6, 5? Are you kidding? Get out of here with his ridiculous luck. Give me a 6, please. Oh, 4, fine. I'll delete your 4. Well, I don't think there's a case where I could have won this no matter what, because my luck was so bad, unless I get a... Oh, I got a 6. That's still not going to help me, though. Good job, Ratau. You beat me. By rolling only 5s and 6s. Alright. I want a rematch. I don't even have the coin for that, so never mind. You get to keep my coin, old man. Alright. We'll go on a crusade now. I think everyone should still be asleep because not enough time has passed for a new sermon or anything. Oh. While you decide my fate, I can't even go on a crusade. I didn't realize that was the thing. But here is the totem you filled up. Giving me... Flag of the Crown. A Twitch flag decoration. Cool. Also have a divine inspiration. So take a look here. I'll explain the other offerings. So there is a prison. So if you have dissenting worshippers, you can imprison them to reform them. There's a tabernacle. If your totem fills up, it allows your followers to pray at the tabernacle to fill up the tabernacle too. So it's kind of like a faith overflow. There's shelters, which are better beds that don't collapse constantly, and that leads to basic decorations. There's the body pit, where you can bury people. Otherwise, it's very germy. Lumberyard and stone mine, where they can harvest lumber and stone. These eventually collapse, so you have to rebuild them. Missionary. So missionary allows you to send your followers out on missions to collect resources for you, and there's a chance of success. I don't find them to be particularly useful. And then there's demonic summoning circles, where you can convert your follower into a demon to help you on a crusade. I also don't personally like these. I find them very distracting. It basically has like a little thing that sort of floats around you, but it can be very confusing because you'll have like, you can have up to 3 demons, and you can have like 3 demons like floating around you that look like enemies and are like shooting and blowing up and things, and it makes it very distracting in my opinion. So, in this case, I'm going to get a body pit, just in case someone dies, so that we can bury the dead. And after body pit, I'll probably work towards shelters. Primus was leveled up thanks to Twitch chat. Cool. Escandia, what do you want? You don't have enough food? Alright, cook 10 meals. I accept. Oh, I don't even have enough wood to repair their beds. But they did just cut down a giant tree, so problem solved. So because this is an upgraded farmer station, it doesn't harvest themselves, so I have to like actually do the harvesting myself. Also, I never ended up making a scarecrow, did I? So for that I need 30 coin. Doesn't help that Ratau just like straight up cheated, but that's okay. All right, let's do the blessings for the day, and then I will give a sermon, and then I'll be out, go on crusading for food. Also, Primus, where are you? Is this, that's Black Swamp. So Primus I'm going to give the gift to, because he is, he's going to be the easiest to level up so far. So I get more bang for my buck giving the great big gift to Primus.
Oh. Oh.
When you're away chest has like infinite capacity, unlike the totem. Mine's empty right now, I can see from here. Has nothing in it. Is that everyone blessed? No, not Madsy. And that is another commandment stone. Oh, no, not a full one. So the commandment that I have is still on cooldown for a new one. So I'll get that like later today after the crusade. We'll give a sermon first, because I think this sermon might level up my weapons. And Nick the Good and Death on Xbox. And Highland Tipper, thank you for the resubs. I'm going to get Bane weapons, because it does lead to vampiric weapons, which I'm particularly fond of. Wow, we got a lot of progress there. Oh, another divine inspiration. So on this one, I'll get shelters. It's going to be annoying to have to repair their beds constantly. Shelters are a little bit more sturdy, so they collapse less often. But again, that requires coin. So current priority right now is to go on a crusade for coin and food. Because they're starting to get a little hungry. Oh, and I think this crusade might be extra spicy, speaking of food. Thank you for tuning in to Call to the Lamb, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a marathon July 15th. If you have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, a link can be found in the description of this video or at Rhadamant.com as well. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel, and everybody that turned out to this streaming marathon. Hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow cultists,